Okay guys, welcome back to algebra class. This time you're going to review about the slope. So 3B, the title of this lesson is gonna be slope. Okay? So slope has another name. For example, it says what is the rate of change? Rate of change means slope. And the good news is that you do not have to memorize the slope thing, because if you look at here, there's a formula chart, and as you can see, here's the slope formula, right? So you do not really have to memorize that. So let's find slope. How can you find slope? x1, y1, x2, y2. Always label it like that, and then you're gonna use slope formula. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so let's plug in. y2 in this case is -1 minus y1 is 2, so let's put parentheses 2 like that, over x2 in this case is 5 minus x1 in this case is 1. Okay, so as you can see, these x values, we do it like that, and it should be minus here because minus here. That's the formula. Okay, so let's do this one. You can do this one by hand, or you can do it by calculator. It's up to you. But if you use Desmos, when you're plugging in the first part here, always put parentheses first, and then -1 minus parentheses 2, like that, divide 5 minus 1. If you do it like that, that will give you answer -0.75. But if you change it to fraction, that's gonna be -3/4. Okay, so solution is gonna be B. So same thing here. Try this question by yourself. Okay. All right. Question number 3 here. It says each change of the 6 in the linear function, if you change in 6, it's change in -2 in x. Do you see y goes on the top and x goes in the bottom? Same thing here. Changes in f of x. F of x means y. So change in f of x, which is 6, will result change in x in the bottom. So 6 divided by -2. You can put this one into Desmos, or you can do it by hand, which you will get D. So that's how you find slope when they say something like that. Changes in means they already did this part for us. Alright? Alright, question number 5. So they have all this like English here, which we don't really have to read. What we have to read is, what is the rate of change? We are trying to find rate of change, which means slope, and they gave us this number. Alright? So only thing that we have to do is to solve for it. I mean, you technically should put parentheses here. So put this one into the Desmos or do it by hand. It's up to you. 32 minus 20 is 12, minus 5 minus 3 is 2. 12 over 2 is 6. So that's 6. Okay. Now try this one by yourself. This one should be easy. Alright, what if they give you a graph? What if you give you a graph? How will you find slope? It's simple. You just find two points and then find slope. That's what you do. But there is something that you can do. Let's look at this graph. Is that going up or going down? Obviously it's going up, which means it's gonna be a positive graph, right? So you can eliminate A and C because the slope should be positive. Now you have to be careful when you choose points. That's the 6, 5, because it should has exactly on the points like that. Okay, For example, if you choose something like this, that's not the point because it's slightly off, okay? So you can choose this point, which is 0, negative 4, or you can choose this point, which is 4, 2. If you're not sure about this point like that, then I strongly recommend you to choose another point, okay? Do not choose y-intercept. If you feel like you're gonna make mistake, like negative 4, 0, like that, okay? x1, y1, x2, y2. So, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is 2 minus y1 is 5 over x2 is 4 minus x1 is negative 6. So if you put this one into calculator like Desmos, or if you want to do it by hand, I prefer doing by hand, but for you, I will show you how to do it in Desmos one more time. When you put for top part, always put parentheses first. 2 minus parentheses 5 divide by 4 minus parentheses negative 6. You get negative 0.3, which if you change it, wait, where did I get 4 from? Okay, I made a mistake somewhere because 2 minus 5, I did it correctly. Right, and then x, oh, why did I put negative 6 here? I'm sorry guys, I made a mistake. It's positive 6. So it should be positive 6. I don't know why I put negative here. My bad. So it's positive 6. So it's gonna be 1.5, which is 3 over 2. Okay, so D. Whew. Sometimes I make mistake like that. Okay, because it's positive 6, because it's positive 6 here. Alright. So try this question by yourself. Again, the hint is, look at this graph. Is that going up or going down? It's going down, right? So you can eliminate, so it's a negative. You can eliminate two answer choices, which is F and H. So your solution is gonna be either G or J. Alright, let's do question number 9. The grass in the backyard, like we have blah blah blah, something like that, and question is saying what's the rate of change. So you can choose any points that you want. For this question particularly, they gave us like some points kindly like that, but even if you don't want have it here, you can choose one. Like it's not gonna be 1 because it's slightly off. If you can see, you can choose 0, 0, like this point, like this point, something that's clear, like past. Okay, so keep that in mind. Gonna erase it. So, I think I don't have to go over this because what? This point is what? 8, 6. This point is 4, 3. Like choosing points should not be a difficult part, okay? And using slope formula, okay? Alright, what if you have a table? It says find the rate of change again, right? So what you have to do is simple. Now, usually you go like x, y, right? Just be careful. This whole thing is x. So you write just like x1, x2, x3, x4, or stuff like that. y1, y2, y3, y4, whichever you want. So these two are gonna be x1, y1, and these two are gonna be x2, y2. So keep that in mind. So it should be what? 3 minus 5 over 0 minus negative 1, which you will get negative 2 plus 1. So it's negative 2, right? That's how you do. So try this question by yourself, okay? You are supposed to get positive 2 here, okay? If you did it right. Now let's do this one. Again, we are trying to find slope because we know it because it's saying find the rate of change. So simple, you just put this one in, and what, 32 minus 23 over 0 minus negative 5, which you will get what, 9 over 5. So if you're not sure what 9 over 5 is in decimal, you just put 9 over 5, 1.8. Ooh, we have it here. Okay. So try this question by yourself. Alright? It's the same thing. It always says changes of x in 4 in x. So x is 4. Oh, remember, y goes on the top, right? So, and this one is changes in y. So negative 5 goes on the top because that's y. 4 goes in the bottom because it's x. What's a negative 5 over 4? You cannot put it fraction into the here. So what you can do is negative 5 over 4. You can change it to decimal like that. Negative 1.25. You can write it like that, okay? Just you have to color it clearly, otherwise it's not gonna work, as you know. So remember, I mean usually it goes y2 minus y1, but it already did y2 minus y1 for us because it already says change of negative 5, which means they already did this part. Negative 5, change of x, which is positive 4. Right? So try it by yourself. Oh, here, let's do this. We have equation 2x minus 3y equals 6. We want to find slope, rate of change, which is number in front of x. The problem is equation should look like y equals something. So we have to change it to slope-intercept form, which is this form. That's the slope-intercept form. Okay? So let's do this one. If you want to do it, it's simple, minus 2x both sides. So this will disappear. We have negative 3y left over equals negative 2x plus 6. I wrote this one down first, and this is positive 6, right? So I'm writing this one down here. What's the next step? Divide by negative 3. Every single thing. So you will get y equals, be careful, negative 2 divided by negative 3. Negative divided by negative become positive, so it's 2 over 3 x. 6 divided by negative 3 is minus 2, which does not really matter because what we are looking for is this slope, 2 over 3, right? So try this one by yourself. Pause the video and try it by yourself. This one can be a bit confusing. Minus x both sides, you'll get negative 1, no, it's plus, never mind. So minus x both sides, so you're gonna get what? 1 over 2y is equal to negative x plus 5. How can you get rid of this 1/2? Multiply by 2 for everything here. So y equals 2 times negative x is negative 2x plus 10. So your slope is negative 2. Most likely you're not gonna have this. You will have something like this, okay? But still, it should not be a problem for you. Okay, here we go. Last part of the things. You're not gonna have this one in the test, so let's delete this one. You're not gonna have this one. Wait a second, but still you can do it here. It says between 2 points that maps in inches, which is x, and actual distance for miles. So miles goes first per inches, right? Inches goes to the bottom. So it's gonna be 8 because mile comes first, y value goes up and x value goes down. Same thing here. We have this one. So it says what? base is an X, so that goes to the bottom, and total change of in dollar is Y. So dollar comes first, and then days. Y goes top and days bottom, so it should be H. All right. Yeah, so try question number 21 and 22. It's same thing, okay? Y value should go on the top, which is the first, and X value bottom. Let's do last two questions. We have this one, and we are trying to find what? Rate of change of this one, right? And rate of change of this one. I will go over question number 24, you do 23, all right? The same thing that we did previous page. 33x minus 2y equals 0. So we are trying to solve for slope into like slope intercept form. So minus 33x both sides, which I will get negative 2y is equal to negative 33x. If you divide by negative 2 both sides, you'll get y equals positive 33 over 2x. And if you put, so this is going to be the slope, and if you put this one into decimals, that's 16 over 5. I hope this video helped, and that's it guys. See ya.